than the Benz car itself. Both the lists are endless, infinite actually. If you write sincerely without missing a single thing, both the lists are endless. Alright, now we have the two lists in front of us. It is now up to us to decide which of the lists we are going to see. Are we going to look at the things not given to us and make our lives dull and dead? Or are we going to look at the things that have been showered on us and enjoy making our lives beautiful? It is purely our choice. A person who takes everything for granted will look at a second list with greed and discontentment. When you are greedy, you will automatically feel only discontented because there is no end to your greed, and therefore contentment can never happen in you. Anyhow, this person will totally miss out on the joy of life. He will totally miss out on the joy of life that is there in the first list. Anything that comes his way, whether it is big or small, will seem ordinary to him, and he'll only wait for the next thing to arrive. Am I right? And when the next thing arrives, that will also look ordinary to him because he is already thinking of the next thing. Whereas a person who is always in gratitude will not even know that the second list exists. He only knows to feel and breathe gratitude every moment. Life is an eternal celebration for him. He'll be so light and joyful. He will be a treat to watch. He will exude a beauty that is unique unto himself. He does not even know that there is a second list. He does not know that language at all. He knows only to enjoy everything with deep love and gratitude. Just by being in gratitude all the time, every so-called mundane thing in life can become sacred and wonderful. I tell you, you think that life has become mundane only because of your attitude of taking things for granted. Life is not mundane as you think. Every small thing is so beautiful. Your mind is what is mundane. Your mind does not allow you to penetrate and see the beautiful way in which existence is flowing. Your mind has become a dead pattern that is constantly repeating what next, what next. When you're able to look at things with a wonderful attitude, with awe, it fills you with such gratitude and fulfillment because you're not questioning at that point in time. You are not allowing your mind to play at all. You're simply resonating with your heart. It is then that you become a child. And when you become a child, nothing is mundane. Everything is wondrous. That is why children look so beautiful. Their mind is not dead. Their mind is fresh and flowing. Society has not yet conditioned their minds with the familiar patterns. So learn to look at everything with gratitude and awe. Take your own body for example. Just try the small exercise now. Sit down and close your eyes. Just visualize that your little finger on the right hand is cut in a minor accident. Imagine now that your little finger is only 3/4 of its original size. There is no other deformity in your body that you know of. You have a perfect body. Suddenly, only a little finger is cut. How will be your reaction to it? It will be very difficult for you to digest it, isn't it? For every simple task that you use your hand for, the little finger has a role to play, is it not? So what will happen to you? You might even become depressed. Now just think, how many people are there in this world with so many deformities? There are so many people who don't have all 5 fingers. From your head to your toe, even if there were a single handicap, you'll miss enjoying some aspect of your life. Is it not? Just try to spend a few minutes every day in your room by yourself, touching every part of your body with love and thanking that part for enabling you to enjoy so many things in life. Have you ever thought about your body in this fashion? How much we take our body for granted, how much we abuse it. Some of us even hate our bodies because we feel it is not beautiful enough. I tell you, if you do this exercise every day and feel deep love and gratitude to every part of your body, you will see that your whole body and face glows with a new radiance. Your body responds to your mind. Never neglect it or take it for granted. After all, it is only with your body that you are able to enjoy so many things, isn't it? Even for you to come here today and to listen to this talk effortlessly, you need all the parts of your body to function properly. A small story. In a Christian household, a girl was sitting at the dinner table with her mother. Food was served at the table and she started eating her food without saying grace. The mother was shocked and she asked her how she could do such a thing. The girl promptly replied, "There is nothing on this plate that I have not said thanks for at least once before." This is what I mean by the attitude of taking things for granted. It is saddening to see it taking root in our children. A young girl asked her mother, "Mom, how many more days are remaining for Christmas?" The mother asked, "Why do you want to know?" So the girl replied, "I was just wondering whether it was time for me to start being a good girl." This is exactly how we train our children to think and behave. We teach them how to do transactions. We teach them that everything is nothing but a transaction. We don't teach them to be spontaneous and flowing. We don't teach them to live without a purpose. We make everything goal-oriented for them. All these things are utterly nonsensical. Because of all these things that have been done to them, you have to work hard in undoing them first. Be very clear. All that I am doing to you is only undoing. I am continuously undoing. Imagine the amount of doing that has been done to you. Over generations, people have been passing on their ideas to you. I have to first undo all that and then create a space in you for you to flower. When I tell people to feel a continued sense of gratitude in them, they go and come back and tell me, "Swamiji, these days I say thank you to the cab drivers and to the servants at home." Be very clear. When gratitude becomes your being, you will not even report these kind of things to me. Tell me one thing. When you are grieving the loss of a dear one, do you verbalize your grief? Will you be able to verbalize your grief? No, because it becomes such a deep-rooted emotion. Because it is such a deep-rooted state of your being, is it not? You can only feel it. You can never report it. In the same way, when gratitude becomes your very being, it will simply become your state and you will not be reporting it. You can never report it also. Of course, saying thank you is all right for social reasons, because unless you express it, it doesn't reach the ears of the other person. But what I am trying to tell you here is, we need to move from gratitude of the mind to gratitude of the being. The gratitude that we are talking about, you will never be able to express because it runs so deep. People often say to me, "Swamiji, we are so grateful to you for so many things that you have done to us, so many things that have happened in our lives after your association." I tell you, for reasons of social etiquette, you may thank a person for something, but gratitude is not something that you direct towards a person. When you feel gratitude towards a person for something you have received, it is simply gratitude of the mind.